Alright, hello everybody. I am back for another Golf Clash tutorial video, and we are going to get started here. Man, I feel like this just ended. So hopefully everybody got good tournament chests here. I'm just trying to figure out how exactly I want to set up my bag. I like having some accuracy on a lot of these holes. We're going to do, I'm going to start off with Masters. And we're going to just do that first. It's kind of what I'm in the mood to do. So, plus I want to just see what the winds are like here. So, I'm going to start off with that. I'm going to set my bag up more for accuracy. This is going to be my basic standard bag for this tournament. I will switch it out, especially on the par 3s. If I think I can, switch it out for, more accuracy. But the only thing that you have to keep in mind is distance as well. Plus, we don't know what these winds are going to be like. You can see here 340. So at 3, that's when this tournament opened up. So it's only been live for 40 minutes. I was just going to kind of jump into it and just kind of go for it here. For a practice round, we're just going to go with Kingmaker here. Well, depends. If it's downwind, we'll switch it out. But let me get started here. See if I can't. You know what? This is probably a bad idea because I probably can't. There's probably nobody on right now. I'm probably going to be sitting here 20 minutes waiting on people. Let's see who's all in this. Let's see what happens. I've just been really interested in seeing these winds. That's why you see, oh, look at this. That's a good start. Getting live, guys, right off the bat here. Didn't expect that, especially so early. Okay, so that is enough wind to, kick it up towards the green there. So we might just do that here. I would, try to do it with some counter spin. And I like using this, any spot that I can to just see if I have things straightened out here. Here you're going to see I'm going to do around that. I do believe, a POC 5 up, we will make it to the other side, but I'm not positive. So let's just find out first hand here. And we're going to shoot it towards the, I try to do a little bit of curl back just to get a little bit of extra distance, and it doesn't, unfortunately. So you can play that shot if you want, but you're going to have to do it with some, if you have a POC 5, I would recommend, maybe no topspin and just kind of, slow roll it into that opening. It can be risk reward though, because if you do go for that, and you're where I am, well, let's say, ooh, there's somebody, he did get it to the, that's so random. So what I usually do is I try to ride the wind, and apparently I didn't do a very good job of riding. You know what? He probably had a different wind angle than I did. So that's going to make things interesting. If one guy's going to be able to go up towards the green and the other one's going to land in the rough, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, if that's what ended up happening. But let's just try to recover here. And, when I have Berserker Ball on towards max club, you're going to see me play much more towards, one per ring for my Spitfire 6 here. I'm going to need quite a bit of curl here. And there I did catch perfect. Biggest reason I need curl is for that, second, third hops straighten out. And there you see I just left it a little bit short. This probably had more to do about the angle I was pulling back more than anything. But I should be able to salvage that one. So here you can kind of see two things that can happen. You can either, get a pitch out of it, or you'll have a very challenging bunker shot. The last thing you want to do, though, is leave it shorter than I did, because I knew that I'd be able to get to the green with the way that I just did that there. And you're only going to be able to go up this way with a POC 5, a POC 6, a POC 7. This angle, that guy barely crept it onto the fairway. Maybe with a globe, but that's a big maybe. So I would not rely on that to just happen. And there you can see, I'm playing, maybe about 3 rings for this, and I don't tend to rely on the green too much. You can see how much on a hill it is here. So I try to take all that out if at all possible. So there you just see me going for the dunk and playing just a little bit of wind. I could tell I was a little bit farther if you're right on the fringe. Closer to the hole than I was. You don't even have to ever break it outside of the hole. I just broke it out just a little bit outside of the hole there for that dunk, just because my distance was starting to get a little bit on the farther side. Why is this guy just sitting here? So you can see, risk reward here is going to be interesting to see in the later days how things go. Now what I usually do, I'm definitely not going to club down, that's for sure. I'm going to do this kind of like this for the most part. And I'm going to play this probably pretty close to 1 per ring because of the extra tee box. I usually wouldn't play that much, but I am going to here. But I'm not very familiar with this third tee box, so this could kind of go either way here, but let's just see what this looks like. That's too much. So that's not where I was trying to land it, and there you just see it kind of getting a little lazy, about 4 yards. And one was about wrong. It was probably, I should have came in between 2 and 3 rings. But it's an easier shot than this sniper shot. So I don't know what our wind's going to be like for the actual hole when we get to this hole. But I'm going to put on a little bit better ball, like a Kingmaker. Either way, probably. Probably put on a more accurate club when we actually get to this hole. But from this third tee box, I think this hole is going to become a little bit more challenging than it usually is. So you might have to, and you can even see the way that guy's landing it there. And that's quite a bit of a rollout, but it kind of takes the hill almost perfectly. So he was able to pull that one off. But all in all, I'm going to switch down to the driver for that shot. I just kind of got to get the rings down. And the advantages to using the driver there, the way that I played it with the backspin, is you don't have to worry about the second bounce hitting anything funky or the bunker. So it takes the bunker entirely out of play. So that's one of the biggest reasons that, I'm more prone to use a driver in almost any scenario for that hole when it's possible, just for that fact alone, to be able to, take out the bunker entirely for any accident or whatever you might be able to do with your ring. Plus, that fairway can be a little bit tricky too. So you gotta, it kind of has two halves to it. One of the halves it bounces one way, the other half it bounces the other way. So you gotta be a little careful with that. You're not really seeing that come into play there, but very well could. So just be a little cautious, and I'll see you guys for hole number 2. Hopefully you guys can come up with a decent strategy given that wind. You can kind of see where the balls landed there for that first tee shot. And good luck on that one. See you guys for hole number 2.